What's up, guys? JDB Sports back here, looking back on this brutal championship Sunday. If you're a Commanders fan or a Bills fan, got Rob here and my buddy Peyton, as usual. Peyton, you already know on the camera. How y'all doing, guys? What y'all getting into this evening? Other than streaming with me, but what y'all getting into?
About to get in that link you sent to General. Wink, wink, hint, hint. After this, but no, just kicking the shit with the boys, doing the huge. What about you, Rob?
But chilling, talking ball, watching this new Netflix movie Carry On. Pretty good. But yeah, chilling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's get into these games. No look aheads. We're just looking behind real quick to break it down the games. I guess I could start with the Commanders and Eagles because my team right there, and I'll just give you my take on it. Jaden Daniels had a good game outside of Scary Terry, Ertz and Luvu. The rest of the team let him down. McNichols had a fumble on the kickoff before the half. It was very frustrating because momentum sort of shifted. It shifted toward the Commanders prior to that, and then it was ripped away momentarily, even though we marched on the field to get 3 points before halftime. The backbreaker was the Eckler fumble. Ball security has been our bread and butter this season, but by giving Philly a short field with, that monster of a back, Saquon Barkley in the backfield, and Jalen Hurts, running around like he's not injured.
All bad.
Just keep it going. Y'all talk a little bit more before I get choked up and start crying.
Okay. Well, I got you. So, yeah, I mean, you're talking about breaking backs and dropping balls. I mean, it sounds like a fun time, but it really isn't. Commanders just losing this one. Honestly, just the second half woes I'm specifically looking at here. The Eagles had a perfect final quarter of play, and honestly, 28-8 in the second half really kind of just it demoralized that whole Commanders team outside of Jaden Daniels, it seemed like. Honestly, you see the injuries on display a little bit for that Commanders offensive line not being able to run as effective as last week. And honestly, this is just showing how elite the Eagles are at seemingly every position. O-line is great. Saquon's the best back in the league. You have great wide receivers. And then the defense is loaded at all positions. You pick your poison, and you're facing a tough Eagles team. So, rightfully moving so, Commanders have a bright future, and, don't take this loss as the end-all, be-all for sure. So, Rob, what are your thoughts? What are your big standouts about this game?
As far as big standouts, there are three key points, three takeaways from this game, so to speak. One, Commanders turnovers. Two, Eagles defense, dominant defense at that. And three, Saquon being Saquon. There's nothing new. He's definitely in the running for MVP. Should he get it? I don't know. That's a debate for another day. But yeah, those are my three major takeaways from this game. Peyton, like you said, Eagles have shown just how dominant they are. I think I remember talking to you guys after the draft and saying there are a lot of teams that got a lot better after the draft, and I believe the Eagles were one of them. And Cooper DeJean, Quinion Mitchell, their rookie corners were really putting their imprint on this game, even though Quinion Mitchell got injured like halfway through the game and had to sit out the rest. Cooper DeJean have his imprint on this game, and score speaks for itself.
Yeah. Do you guys think this is the greatest running back season of all time by Saquon? Pretty handily, or
Pretty handily.
I'd say it's really up there. I really would have loved to see him get that single season rushing record, though. I don't think that really affects it too much, but if he gets MVP and gets a ring, hey, no doubt.
No doubt. What about you, Alex?
Yeah, for sure. Even if he doesn't get the ring, still one of the best seasons. And the fact that he didn't play that last game and, basically they were being selfless and keeping them out and saying, hey, you know, you don't need this. Look at something greater, look at something better, and obviously now they got a Super Bowl berth to show for it. Really, I want to get back to this game a little bit just to say, you know, our inability to stop the run has been a problem all year. Basically, in this game, you know, our defense was playing out of position because of how favored their run game is and how strong it is. So basically, you know, we were always caught with our pants down. Playing with a bunch of cast-offs, though, and a rookie quarterback is crazy. The Brotherhood Pact proved to be as strong as it was that got us this far in year one. It's crazy. You know, you wouldn't expect all these people to buy in and, you know, get as far as we did. But I'm excited for the future of this franchise. You know, ravishing in the fact that, you know, winning is bothering Dan Snyder across the pond over there getting pissed off about it. I'm going to give their Eagles their credit where it's due. You know, defense came to play on this one. I'm not going to hate. There were times where, you know, they didn't have an answer for what Daniels was doing, you know, so he's not figured out by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, they were playing a lot of shell yesterday, or on Sunday, but they literally there was plays, you know, Terry got open. I think he had a couple of scrambles, I believe, as well. Sheesh, I got a lot written down here. But the rest of the team just didn't come to play. You know, our defense had little to no answer for what Philly was doing. Jalen was great mobility-wise. I don't know why they were saying he was hurt. You know, it didn't seem like he really was out there. The offensive line mostly wanted the point of attack. And on the other hand, Daniels fought through adversity, losing starting guard Sam Cosmi last week. And, you know, they handled it as best they possibly could. I mean, what did they have, like 1-2 sacks, I believe, and that was it?
Yeah, not too much at all. Something like that. It was just that real crucial sack that I think Jalen Carter got on Jaden Daniels by swim moving Tyler Biadasz. That really sealed it, forced him into a long third down, I believe it was, into a fourth that didn't convert. When you get behind, especially against teams with elite defenses and elite run games, it's so hard to come back. But how do you feel about Cliff Kingsbury being retained with the team?
Oh, I love it. Gel in year 2. Unfortunately, Caleb Williams didn't get to have the same luxury, but I feel like he'll do okay with Ben Johnson. I really hope, you know, it's going to be a make or break year for him. I mean, even going into year 2, because then if Ben Johnson's offense that made Goff look so decent until, you know, their last playoff game, if Caleb Williams struggles, then they're going to be, like I said last week, they're probably going to label him as a bust maybe. Who knows? But I feel like he's going to have a decent leash. I mean, Ben Johnson wanted to go work with him, I believe. Turned down other places, didn't he, to go interview and get in with the Bears.
Yeah, he basically had that Raider spot handed to him, and then he just wanted to go with the elite quarterback. So I don't blame him, or elite quarterback talent, I would say, in Caleb Williams, not elite quarterback. But yeah, I think he made the right decision in totality.
Let me look at this and tell y'all. I see the Commanders being in the spot again next year. I mean, we have a tough schedule. I don't think we're going to win 12 games. Maybe 10, 11. We'll see. But I feel like we could be back in a divisional round, even championship game if I'm being that, you know, rosy colored glasses fan, but we'll see. We just got to handle business next year and in the draft and free agency for sure.
I mean, y'all definitely could be in the spot very well next year. Do you guys have a lot of cap space or no?
I think we have like 80-something million in cap space.
We're like top 5, Rob.
Yeah,
so
but
they're gonna get players.
Yeah, we have. I think we have some decent picks as well. I think I know we pick 29th in the draft. So thanks for liking the live, guys, and the constant viewership. Appreciate you guys all the way through. Let's keep going.
It could be a way worse situation going into the off season.
Yeah, for sure. Could have no cap space. Could be could be over the cap, and have aging veterans that, you know, you either got to ship or you got to eat. Not eat veterans, but I don't know. I'm kind of curious on what they do with Deron Payne or Jonathan Allen this offseason. Do they trade him? Or do they let him go? What do they do?
Yeah, because those are big cap hits. And I mean, at the same position, I feel like they have to choose one or the other if they're going to retain them.
Yeah, let me spew some stats out for this Eagles-Commanders game real quick. 3 rushing and 1 passing touchdown for Jalen Hurts, looking like Mr. Invincible out there, looking like Superman. Finished the game with 246 yards and 60 yards on the ground. Saquon Barkley had a standout performance. You already know. Hey, we held him under 125, right? Does that count for something? Nah,
Sure.
No,
Sure, we'll give you that. Yeah.
Shipley came in and ate it up.
Yay, what up?
Hey.
Eat up the defense. All right, AJ Brown contributed with 6 catches for 96 yards and a TD on the night. Eagles scored 7 total rushing touchdowns, but you already know it's the most ever in conference championship history. And we couldn't, despite Daniels playing well, other than throwing that pick, kind of just chucking it up and trying to get something out of nothing. He played well. Really, basically mistake-free football. I mean, I think I shared a stat in the chat today. He has 20 fumbles and no fumbles lost. Or the only quarterback to not lose. Let me
20
check that.
Right, 20 games.
20 games, my bad.
20 games.
Yeah, 20 fumbles.
That's impossible, bro. That's
Oh, yeah.
literally like dropping the ball and being like, meh.
Oh, yep. Just grab that ball right back. All right, 20 games. He has not lost a fumble. So, hats off to this rookie. I mean, a lot of people are. I'm kind of worried about maybe like a tiny bit of a sophomore slump, but if he gets right back to it and has the same demeanor that he's had over this whole year, I feel like he comes back and he gets on that grind and he can go for it. I just feel like we only win like 10 games next year. Stop laughing at me.
Hey, winning 10 games is still a lot better than a lot of other teams. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially with how stacked NFC was, I think it's bound to shift around a little bit. I think you guys for sure lock up that 5 seed next season.
Hey, playoffs sound great to me. What are y'all takes on the historic season the Eagles have had this year? Same thing with Eagles and Commanders. How do y'all feel about their seasons this year? And how do they compact? Well, honestly, how do y'all feel about the Eagles? And did y'all see what Broad Street was looking like after they won the championship game? Did you see all the fans clowning around in the streets? And I think there was this meme online too that had a Washington fan. He was walking out. He got his hat ripped off by a bunch of freaking no good Philly fans.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Saw Paul George stuck in traffic in the little parade they were having too.
I saw a video earlier today of this guy who climbed all the way up a light pole. He fell off that bitch.
They grease light poles for that specific reason, so people won't climb them and everything.
Freaking ridiculous.
I've seen a guy downtown San Diego on an Elmo suit on the street pole, and I'm just like, what is brother doing right now? This ain't Sesame Street.
I gotta tell y'all one more stat from this game, and then I guess we can move on. Or if y'all have any other comments about the game or the Eagles season or whatever. Tress Way probably threw one of the best balls on Sunday. One of the best balls.
That trick play was brilliant.
Yeah, he did
it a dot too.
He did it a few years back against the Giants. I think he threw it to Keenan Robinson or something like that. No, not Keenan. Yeah, Keenan Robinson. He was a backup linebacker, I believe. But that was the last time I seen Tressway throw a pass, and dude throws dimes. Put him back there. If we struggle next year, I don't know. 2 quarterbacks this one him.
Hey, forbid Jaden Daniels gets seriously injured and has to sit out a few games. If he does, y'all just play Tressway.
Yeah, Tressway, Mariota, the tailback. I think we bring Mariota back, to be honest with you. I don't know how y'all feel about impending free agents for y'all teams, but I feel like Zach Ertz comes back on a 1-year deal. Honestly, him playing in Washington, it made him love football again. And he doesn't want to retire, which is crazy.
Yeah,
I bet you Eagles fans are. I'm not gonna say they're punching the air because they got Dallas Goedert, but to hear that one of y'all one of your best staple spots for years went to Washington, the divisional rival, and says that he is considering staying because they made him fall back in love with football.
Yo, he must have hated his time in Arizona then.
Yeah, Kyler.
Kyler couldn't even see him over the line. Like, I'd be mad too.
Kyler doesn't have big enough hands, can't fucking launch something to him. Oh god, it's all done.
He's always playing COD, never at practice. With his small hands, can't even see over the line. Switch it. Anyways.
Anyway, back to talking about balls dropping.
Come on.
So, hey yo, so we got the Bills dropping 5 fumbles, recovering them all, and still managing to lose. Alex, how does this cement Mahomes' legacy as the best quarterback of all time, and why do you think this?
I'm not glazing Kermit. Leave me alone. All right, let me just say, Dalton Kincaid pulled out his best Mark Andrews impression with that fourth down drop, man.
He definitely did.
Buffalo was poised to go ahead and score due to Kansas City's inability to stay in bounds and chew the clock before taking that 3 points. In my opinion, Spags called an excellent defense on that last drive. Josh Allen was heavily blitzed and still managed to give Kincaid a shot on 4th and 5. That's my only takeaway from it, other than being back and forth. It was what you would expect from a Bills Kansas City. Nobody routed anyone. It was pretty close until the end of the game. But no, I'm not glazing Mahomes there. Honestly, ain't no reason to. I mean, he played efficient football. It was. I believe it was a whole team effort, really. Harrison Butker doesn't make that kick. Then what happens? You know what I'm saying? They go down the field, maybe take their time. Maybe they score a go-ahead field goal or a go-ahead touchdown, or it goes to overtime, and hopefully the Bills, get to receive that ball and Patrick Mahomes doesn't, because when Patrick Mahomes gets the ball in overtime, you never see it again. Kind of like Jaden against Atlanta, but we're not going to go into that one. Poor Falcons fans.
Definitely one of the good times, huh? Because you guys got booted.
Shut up. At least we paid it. Yeah, but y'all got a good draft pick coming up this year. Who do you think slips to the Giants? Who do y'all think? Shedeur? I heard that Cam Ward would be a heavy favorite.
I would like Cam Ward personally, as it's been documented. But if we get Shedeur, it's whatever, bro. He's a quarterback. My question to you guys is, Travis Hunter, wherever he goes, what position is he gonna play? Because that two position stuff isn't sustainable.
I feel like he's gonna play on defense.
I think he's gonna play ball thumb.
I don't think.
Really?
You think he'll be the first person to do that? And God knows.
Wilson's Dion.
I don't see it being sustainable though.
It's not.
I mean, if he can do it, more power to him. But I don't know.
He's gonna seriously
higher level.
If he performs at a high level in the NFL, that dude is seriously getting drug tested, because there ain't no way. There is no way he's gonna be. I don't believe he's gonna be able to hold up learning 2 playbooks. It's a different story when college offenses and defenses are a little bit simpler. But you go to an NFL playbook, it's a lot more exotic, different schemes, different looks. I mean, it's good to be a receiver and have defensive knowledge, but I don't know. I feel like he plays. What were they saying? Cornerback or wide receiver? Yeah, I think he goes corner.
You concur with that, Rob?
Do you think it would be depending on what team he gets drafted to and their needs?
Possibly they can.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it depends. What's his stock looking like now? When's he projected to go?
He's easily top 3. Yeah.
Top 3, and then what's it? Titans number 1. Damn, I gotta look at the draft board. What's the top?
Browns are number 2, and the Giants are number 3. And then I think are Patriots 4.
Yeah,
I think Raiders are 5.
Raiders are 8 now.
Well, let's talk top 4, because that's when you think you'd probably go. So it's It's Titans,
I think he's
Browns.
a Brown.
Okay, if he's a Brown, and they got Jerry Judy. Who else outside of Jerry Judy?
Play whatever position you want, bro. You're on the Browns.
I just hope he doesn't flame out. Like, everybody's all, he's talented, he can play both positions. If he goes to the Browns, I feel like they'll ruin him.
I think so too. That's why I say just, play whatever position you want, bro, because just try to get your money up, get your stock up, so when your rookie contract's up, then your stock will be high enough. You can go wherever and play, whatever position you want.
But then again,
you're not going to be on the Browns anymore. So.
Yeah, but then again, while you're still on the Browns and Stefanski's offense, maybe he would be the focal point, really, if you think about it. Who's their number one other than it's Jerry Judy, right?
Yeah, it's Jerry Judy.
I think he
Pro Bowl
gets
this year.
Yeah, but I think he gets used